Right.
But I'm going to make sure they go through a lot of pain
Yeah.
because what makes them man. It's what makes him a character, right? It's extremely important. But I really find it remarkable when I meet men who say they work hard. And I'm not being elitist. I'm not being a horrible guy here because I'm from the streets, right? I'm from the ghetto. I'm not talking about if you're a taxi driver or whatever, and you've been a taxi driver your whole life. I'm not trying to sit here and shit on you. I'm not trying to do that. I'm saying that, especially if you're a younger man and you have access to the internet and you're paying attention to things that are going on in the world and you do your studying and you're not hard to do some work, blah, blah, blah. If you're not afraid of work, I find it amazing there's guys out here who are still broke.
Really?
How can you be poor in the modern society that we live in? Like, there's money everywhere.
There is.
It's literally everywhere. Like, so when I see a dude and he's like, oh yeah, man, I'm broke, da, 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 I just look at him and go,
You're not trying hard enough.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
You're simply not trying hard enough. If I can do it from a single mother, effectively, from a Luton council estate to ultra high net worth individual, then I refuse to accept that others can't do it. And people will say, oh yeah, but you did this or you had this, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps. But I don't operate within that realm. I'm not going to be softer on anyone else than I was on myself.
Of course.
If I held myself to such a crazy high standard and I was so accountable and so difficult and so hard on myself, why am I going to be soft on you? I was extremely hard on myself. I'd go sparring for 4 hours and if I got hit once, I was furious.
You want to be hit more?
No, I don't want to get hit.
No, you don't get hit.
Ever.
Okay.
I want to just whoop ass. I don't want to get touched.
Yeah.
Right? I got hit once. I couldn't sleep for days. I was absolutely a perfectionist. Right? And then there's dudes out here who are just sloppy.
Right.
Just sloppy with their entire life. They're just sloppy. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, just wear the mask.
They deserve what's coming.
Right. They deserve what's coming to them. Slavery. They're amateurs. We are really living in a paradigm shift where the professionals of life, and when I say the professional, I'll explain what that means in a minute, but the professionals of life are going to genuinely excel, where all of you amateurs are going to fail. Most people, most men especially, they live their life like complete amateurs. I don't understand how they even function. They don't know their own passport number. They haven't memorized it.
Men aside though, like people in general.
They're amateurs.
I sometimes I do wonder how people have gotten to certain ages and how they're even functioning, getting offended by very simple things. I'm just like, how have you gotten to an age, lived your whole life? How on earth are you functioning if that's going to upset you?